things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Glad to have you with us from Maverick Stadium in Logan, Utah, home to the Utah State Aggies. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the New Mexico Lobos, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Utah State Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Utah State lined up, ready to deliver the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Lobos offense will start this game off with the football. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock and they're hard workers.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Back to pass. Working that left side now. They work their way to... ...35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
The Lobos with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He put some heat on that one down the middle. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Lobos come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Looking to throw again. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Motion from the wide receiver. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He's got it, 1st down and more. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
The Lobos look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
And the Lobos with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wants to fire on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Looking to throw for it. Finds his tight end. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Lobos come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. Sends it back in motion. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Firing to the right, complete. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got the tight end. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Breaks into the open. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. Utah State up-tempo. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Touchdown, Aggie! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Let's see what the Lobos offense has in store. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Connection to the right. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. He went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. He wants to change this route. Looking downfield on first down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
When linebackers blitz, not only do they have to be able to beat offensive linemen, but they're going to have to beat running backs and tight ends. You've got to have moves in your repertoire, and that linebacker showed that there.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's going for the big play. And this will be caught at the 30. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. The quarter comes to a close. Utah State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Wide receiver going in motion. Going to sling it on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Good timing on the quick out. Makes the grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you could tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he heard it.
He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. He got it. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
Well, after talking to him this week, I know this guy was excited to build off the momentum from last week when he scored 2 touchdowns. You could just see him here close to the end zone. He's trying to snip his way in. He's so good at finding the creases when they get down tight to the goal line.
What a tackle in the back.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Picked off, what a play to set him up. Touchdown, New Mexico. What a play, not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense, forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And they tacked on the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Ohio State is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners like Eddie George and Archie Griffin in the pantheon of greats in Columbus. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Notre Dame. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
And the Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Second down, he'll throw it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. No fair catches here, looking for room. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll leave it with him. He breaks a tackle, and he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. On target over the middle. Tight coverage there, did not stop him from making the grab. It's 1st and goal from the 8. That grab puts him over 3,000 yards for his career.
That's impressive because every week he's got a target on his back. Defenses know the quarterback is looking his way, and still, David, this guy's been able to dice up coverages. 3,000 yards is a big...
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Lobos! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And the extra point splits the uprights. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. From the gun, give on the inside. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass on second down. They're working that left side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. To the air on 1st down. Plucks it out of the air. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Utah State comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Fires to the big fella.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Got his man on the right. He's down at the 27. They can stop the clock, and this is a 1st down.
And because the receiver was able to drive back to the QB on that curl route against man coverage, he was able to create a little bit of separation between him and the defender, and that was a big key in getting that 1st down.
Quickly complete. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Makes the grab. That should be the final play of the 1st half. Quick snap and a spike to stop the clock.
No gain on the play.
And as the 1st half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. And it's right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Logan so far. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the 2nd half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the 2nd half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
The Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off play action. It's caught. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's best. There he goes. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion on that out route. Sometimes those cornerbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick six. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for him there.
Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. A strike downfield. Touchdown, New Mexico! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Number 14.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Fires to the wideout. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. And the Aggies want to pick up the tempo.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going.
And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. It's complete on the right side. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. And the returner will be dragged down. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Wants to throw on first down. Looking for a huge play. Makes the grab inside the 30. Speeding down the left side. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Lobos! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. South Carolina is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Jadeveon Clowney had a hand in getting this kid to Columbia, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Oklahoma. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Wants to go up top on first down. Using his legs to buy some time. Oh, he's got some space. And a nice pickup on the run, and gets down to avoid contact. They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Utah State up-tempo. To the air on 2nd down. Under fire. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Hauls it in. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. That's the end of the period, and New Mexico has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
Well, that play never had a chance. On 4th down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on 4th.
Fights off a defender. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. And the Lobos send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32.
1st and 10.
Looking to throw on 1st down. On target. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
That's another Aggie.
No huddle offense to the line.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Trying play action. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Complete. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. Down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum.
Always a welcome play for the sack at the 47. Utah State up-tempo.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Hits the open man. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. To the air on first down. Forced out of the pocket. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. He just makes it look so easy. Impressive run.
So impressive. Time and time again, he can buy time, make you look silly, and the defense is just kind of like, wait a minute, you got him? I got him? No? Well, nobody's got him.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
Man, it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Fires left. Converts on fourth down. Still going. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. The Lobos will snap it on first and 10. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook, the old kneel down from victory formation. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things they're going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.